In this video, I'm going to describe how to plot a route in Google Maps and then navigate it on your Garmin satellite navigation device. So the first thing we need to do is navigate to Google Maps. Now, in order for this to work, you'll need to be signed in. So if you haven't got a Google account, you can click create an account, register. I have one already, so I'm just going to sign in. So the first thing we need to do is click up to the search bar and click on my maps, and from here we'll click on create to create a new map. Okay, so that's loaded a new map. Now for this example, I'm going to take you around a lap of Hyde Park in London in England. So I've just renamed the map to that to reflect that, and now I'm going to zoom in on Hyde Park. This is fairly easy to see if you fly into London because it's recognizable by that round pond and the Serpentine Lake, so have a look out for that if you're flying into London. So the next thing I'm going to do is draw a line. So I hover over that and click down to add a driving route. So I'm going to start on Queen's Gate. So single click there, does an A, and then work my way towards Hyde Park Corner, up Park Lane, across to Notting Hill, down towards High Street, Kensington, and finish up just on Gloucester Road. So there's my route there. So I'm going to click on the ellipsis to the right of that and rename that. Rename it to Lap of Hyde Park for the demo. And click save. Now the next step is quite important. This is where we're going to export the route to what's known as KML, which is keyhole markup language. Now the only option that lets you do that is that top menu at the top. So we click on that, click export to KML, click on the drop down and select the actual lap of Hyde Park we did at the bottom. We don't need the entire map. From there we click download. So the browser will now download it to your computer. So I'm using IE, so I click at the bottom save as and save it somewhere memorable like my desktop. So the next thing we need to do is use Basecamp. Now Basecamp is a navigation tool that comes free from Garmin. So if you navigate to Garmin.com, my Basecamp is loading. Now most people, and we get a tooltip there, our tip for Basecamp we can close. When they fire up Basecamp for the first time, they wonder why the map is so undetailed. Well, it typically uses the map from your device. So if you plug in your device, like I just have, then you get the more detailed map. So first, a bit of housekeeping. I'm going to create a new folder for our demo routes today on the left. So I right click, click new folder. And for this first demo, I'm going to create a new list for the lap of Hyde Park. Lists hold routes and route data. It's a nice way to keep things organized. So I've created that. Now the next step is to import the KML file. So I click on File, Import to Lap of Hyde Park Demo, and then I navigate to where it is. There it is on my desktop, and I click Open. So that's now imported that route. It's imported it as a track. There it is. So we select it on the left. We right click and click View on Map. And there it is, pretty much exactly as we plotted it in Google Maps. So the next thing we need to do is turn this into a route. So we double click it. I'm going to change the color of this first to green. This is so it makes it easy to distinguish between the track and the route we're about to create. So the next step is very important. That's choosing your activity profile. This is the activity you wish to carry out with this route. So I'm going to choose motorcycling. I'm going to double click on the track and click create route. Now this can take a little while because the KML file has brought in a lot of points. So I've sped that up, but now it's created the route for us. I'm going to change the color of this to red. And that makes it very easy to see any discrepancies between what we wanted and what we've actually got. So if we look closely at that route now, it's pretty much exactly as we intended it to be. So that's all good. So I'm going to right click here now and rename just for completeness. And the next step is to send it to my Garmin device. My Zumo is plugged in. So I right click and go to send to Zumo 590 and click OK. And then if we look closely, it zips across there. There's a progress bar. So I'm going to plug my sat nav in here onto its mount. And that's going to fire up. Now, because I've just sent data to it, it's actually going to prompt me now if I want to import them now. So if I click yes, that shows me the demonstration lap of Hyde Park. I click import and it calculates the route. Again, I've sped this up a bit so it doesn't take as long. So from here, we can go and find where it is. So we go to apps, trip planner, and there's the route demonstration lap of Hyde Park.